What is going on, YouTube? Alex here. Today I will be showing you my Nekroz list for the new year. Today is January 6, 2017. Nekroz is a deck that I've been playing for a long time, since it came out actually. A lot of people didn't get the chance to play it then just because a lot of the cards were very expensive. But nowadays everything is very cheap. This is a deck that I have always kept with me and I will always keep. Main reason is because it's a ritual deck, and ritual summoning is my favorite mechanic in the game. I just love seeing the blue cards, mainly because blue is my favorite color. And the playstyle of the deck it's actually something that I'm very big fan of. Very combo heavy. It rewards you for doing the right move. If you know how to utilize your resources, you will probably win undecisively. The deck is just beautiful to play, very elegant. I have been working on it on and off for the past year and a half. As you all know, the deck got hit not last November, but two Novembers ago, so 2015. The deck got a lot of hits in the ban list. Unicorn going to 1 sucked, even though it's correct because Unicorn is one of the best cards in the deck. Brionac being at 1 actually hurts the deck like tremendously. The fact that you use it, you have to abuse these two cards nowadays. You have to like loop them. There are certain ways for you to do so, but that's when like nowadays playing this deck is actually not a lot of fun to old Nekroz players, just because before you can just steamroll your opponent. You had 3 unicorns and 2 brios, so you just like search whenever you want. Now you need to have a plan to like reuse them like every turn. So there are a lot of cards in the deck that lets you do that. But I will get to that in a little bit. But yeah, Nekroz and Brionac being put to 1, same with the Unicorn, hurt a lot. But the biggest hit to the list, to the deck, was losing Shred. Shred is the glue the glue that kept the deck together. As you all know, Shred just made your ritual summoning free, being, serving as the whole ritual cost for your monsters, and netting you a Trishula or a Brionac was just huge. So now we don't really get to do that. So I guess we have to find new ways to ritual summon more consistently. And I believe that I found a list that actually works wonders. I'm still playing a lot of the Nekroz monsters, which I will show you as I go, and I will explain the ratios and why I play certain cards, just because there's an odd card right there that I will get to that in a little bit. So let's start with 3 Valkyries. Nekroz of Valkyries. It's probably the most important monster in the deck. The reason is because it lets you start your engine, and it lets you see more cards every turn. If your opponent does not deal with Valkyries in 2 turns, you'll probably win the game, just because of the draws that he will let you get, and all the tribute monsters that all the monsters that you are tributing net you a plus after they're tributed, like the Nekroz monsters, the effect monsters over here. Oops, and I dropped a card. 1 second. There we go. So again, Valkyries is like the most important monster. I've been wanting to play 2, to be honest, just because I've seen a lot of lists in the OCG that only play 2, or 1, I'm sorry. But I feel that the 3rd is very important, just because Valkyrie serves as a trap, and again is the biggest beater in the deck. So I feel that having Valkyries in the field and 1 in hand at all times is the right way to play the deck. So as of right now, I am playing 3 Valkyries. 2 Nekroz of Trishula. You rarely summon 2, but you always want to have 1 in hand to use its effect to protect your Nekroz monsters from being targeted. For example, if you summon a Nekroz of Trishula and your opponent targets it with Breakthrough Skill for some reason, if they are playing Breakthrough Skill right now or not, you have the Nekroz of Trishula to prevent that from happening. This is another card that I've been wanting to cut to 1, just because the in-hand effect doesn't really come up as much as it should. Like a lot of people are not playing around Trishula. They don't play effect bailers anymore, so playing 1 might be correct. But I still like having the second one just as an option against those rogue matches that still play Fiendish Chain or effect bailer. So I feel that 2 Trishula for now it's good, but like I said, I've been contemplating on playing just the 1. I'm playing 3 Colossalos just because it's the best starter card in your deck next to the Manju and Senju combo. Necroz of Colossalos lets you get any mirrors that you want from your main deck, of course, as you know. And if you have an Exa, which is right here, and you have a Colossalos in hand, you can try to get a Valkyrie to your hand and start doing your combos just because you can tribute Exa and Colossalos to special summon Valkyries and start getting advantage like that. So I feel that 3 is mandatory. I'm not playing any other Warriors or Rhoda in my deck just because I don't want to dead draw Rhoda or any other Warriors. I was trying Hero Challenger Soul Halberd, but it was only good going second. And with advent of Totally Awesome, we can actually abuse our turn 1 plays. We can make him way stronger. So I feel that 3 Colossalos is the right way to go. I am playing 2 Cyber Angel Benton. Benton actually has a lot of utilities in the deck. Being a level 6 monster to bring back Nekroz of Brionac is actually really relevant against some decks that rely on their extra deck. So you can just cycle back the Brionac and search a Manju. And if you have other mirrors, the Manju can turn itself into more ritual monsters, which we'll get that to later. 2 Benton's actually very, very good. I'm glad that I added this card to the deck just because it gives a lot of power to the deck. Again, searching Manjus and Senjus is just crucial. Like very, very powerful, just because they are level 4s for rank 4 plays. And as you all know, this deck is known for the rank 4 plays as well as the ritual summoning. So as of right now, I'm playing 2 because 3 was a bit too cloggy, and 1 I don't think I'll ever see it. The ideal play is cycling a Benton, bringing back Brionac, summoning a Jew, searching with its effect on the second Benton for you to revive a Brio next turn, or summoning a Trishula with a Colossalos in graveyard. So there's a lot of pluses in that play, and it's really tough for your opponent to come back from that. So 2 for now. I am playing 1 of each of the other Necroz monsters. 1 Decisive Armor, 1 Gungnir, and 1 Catastor. The Decisive Armor helps you deal with big monsters. The only monster you're going to leave at times is going to be Unicorn. And Unicorn is not the biggest monster ever. It's very powerful. Its effect is it's very suppressive. It literally beats any rank 4 or synchro decks on its own just because it's a big body. 2300 is actually kind of big for a level 4 monster. But if you're playing against other decks that can just spam big monsters, if you have a Necroz of Decisive Armor in hand, you can suppress him with that. So Unicorn will be a 3300 attacker. And because you rarely summon it, by the way. When you summon this card, it's actually like game, but it never happens. So it's mainly a hand trap. Same with Necroz of Gungnir. She's not here to be summoned, just because summoning her is actually very awkward. Unless you need to deal with a specific floodgate, just because I am not maining any MSTs nor Twin Twisters. So she's just here to protect your monsters from destruction, and at times you will summon her to blow up a floodgate. Nekroz of Catastor, the same reason as the other 2. You rarely summon it, or ever, but it's here to be a monster reborn for these guys. Because they help you make rank 4s, or help you make your ritual summons better, I guess. Because if you reborn any of these guys and you tribute them, they get effects. So I feel that 1 of each is actually the best way to go. But again, if you want to cut these 2, that's completely fine. I just feel that having 1 of each it's good. It gives you options, and options are always great. 1 of each of the best ones, Brionac and Unicorn, just because they're limited. If they ever go back up on the list, you play the amount that you're allowed to. So as of right now, we play 1 of each. For the last Necroz monsters, we play 1 Exa, 1 Great Sorcerer, and 1 Dance Princess. This is one of my favorite cards in the entire deck, just because it helps you get back things from the graveyard, from the banish pile. Why am I only playing 1? Well, the reason is because you don't really need it as much anymore, especially with Totally Awesome. Now in the game, you can get back anything from the graveyard instead of the banish pile. But I still would like to have her in the deck, just because your opponent cannot respond to your ritual spell cards, and they can't target them. So they cannot activate Solemn Warning or Vanity's Emptiness on your ritual spell. So that's a very powerful effect. So 1 of each. And For the some of the more monsters, I am playing Gigabyte to special summon to help me go into Bahamut Shark and then Tree Toad, or any other rank 4 that I might need at that time. So I feel that 2 GB has been like actually really good. Again, being a water monster, that it's just free. It's actually pretty clutch. If you have any of these two or a unicorn board, you can special summon a Gigabyte and there's a Bahamut Shark for literally free. So let's go back up here, and here is where the deck starts getting weird. I am playing 3 Terratops, 1 Red Eye Dice, and 1 Take Tone board. The reason why I'm playing this engine, it's because it helps you go first. If your hand is actually just bricks, you can special summon a Terratop and search the Red Eye Dice and make a Herald or Arclight. So when Herald of Arclight dies, it lets you fetch any of your ritual monsters or spells, and you can bring it back with Nodin in a later play. Or if you're staring down a board full of monsters, you can Black Rose by grabbing the Red Eye Dice and turning this into a level 6, and then there's a level 7. It's actually very powerful. And or if your opponent has back row, you can special summon a Take board and go into Gramples or Breaksword and start popping back row before committing to your play. So they're going to have to answer the Xyz summon that's going to pop their back row before you can actually ritual summon. So I feel that this engine is actually very, very good in the deck. If Terratop goes to 1, then I guess I'll find a different way. But as of right now, I feel that this engine like fits the deck very well. 3 Manju of the 10,000 hands, just because it's the best starter in the deck. You want to open with this at all times, and usually if you can get a flow of Manjus and Senjus in your hand, you're going to win the game. They're level 4 bodies, like I said earlier, and they give you a +1, which all these guys will turn into +1s themselves. That's the main reason why I'm playing Benton, because Benton searches the Manjus and the Senjus. So I feel you have to max out. There's a lot of normal summons, yes, but you absolutely need them now, more than ever, because straight it's banned, like I said. And that's it for the monsters. Actually, I am lying. There's one more monster, Trick Clown. Trick Clown, it's a very good card. I would say it's a beater just because 1600, but we don't use it for that. It's a spellcaster that if it's on the field, it lets us special summon Gigabyte. Yes, Trick Clown's not water, but if we tribute it with Valkyries and we have a Manjun board, there's a free rank 4 right there. So I decided to keep the 1. Yes, it's the 41st card, but I feel that we're searching so much, so it won't hurt at all. So that's it for the monsters. Let's go with these spells. I'm playing 2 Kaleidoscopes, 1 for the Unicorn play and 1 for a level 12 Synchro play, which I don't mean you summoning a level 12 Synchro monster. I mean summoning 2 Nekroz monsters that equal to 12 or 11. So for example, Trishula and Clausulus, that's 12. Valkyries and Clausulus, that's 11. Valkyries and Unicorn, that's 12. Nekroz of Gungnir and Catastor, that's 12. Nekroz of Gungnir and Unicorn, that's 11. So that's why I'm playing Star Eater and the X-Ray, which I'll get to that later. So I feel that 2 is correct. I'm still playing 2 of each mirror. 2 Cycle, just one. You already know Cycle is the best one, even though we don't have Shred, it's still the best one. So I feel that 2 of each mirrors, it's good. Just because you want to banish one with the other, and you don't want to run out of targets, because grindy games are still a thing, and you will lose to that if you don't have more mirrors to grab. Even though Preparation of Rites, it's another mirror if you think about it, because it lets you grab it back from the graveyard. So I play that as the one of. I really wish we got Preparation of Rites to 2 or higher, even though that would suck because Herald decks are a thing, but you know, in Nekroz, they need all the help they can. Instant Fusion of 2. I was playing just 1, but opening with it, it's actually crucial. You need to establish a Valkyrie's totally awesome play turn 1 to actually do something nowadays. The game's gotten too fast that if you don't have anything to negate and your opponent's turn, your Valkyries is just going to die because it can't really do anything on its own. So I feel that 2 is correct. And for the last card, my 42nd card is Vanity's Emptiness. I'm not playing any other traps. I'm not playing Dark Holes, Regekis, because the deck is a giant combo piece. The more cards that you add, the worse the deck will become. And I'm not a big fan of playing like 50, 60 cards, unless I'm just towing around. But this is a deck that I actually want to make competitive again and like take the tournaments and do well with it. So I feel that this is the best list. I will be testing more, of course, but as right now, this is the main deck that I am playing with. If you guys have any questions, of course, feel free to ask in the question section, on the comment section below, I guess. Now I will show you the extra deck. There are two cards in the extra deck that I do not have at the moment. My friend has them, but just think they're in there, and I will let you know what they are. So I play two Herald of Arclight, one for the Unicorn play and one for the Terratop Red Eye Dice play. Again, if your hand is weak but you have Terratop, it makes this for you to search, basically start your engine, and then instant fusion node and brings it back. So I feel that 2 is correct. The one Black Rose, just to clear boars and make your ritual summoning safe. Just a one-off. There's no need to play other synchros even though you're playing a tuner, because you're never going to synchro more than once a game. So the options are there. Of course, if you emerald back the Red Eye Dice, you can make both heralds, or like a herald and a Black Rose. So that's it for that. There's Star Eater. You don't summon Star Eater or Quasar. They're just here for the Kaleidoscope play that I explained earlier. You need these two to summon your guys. It rarely happens where you need the Star Eater, but I still don't want to get caught with my pants down, if you know what I'm saying. You know, I don't want to lose a game because I didn't have it. So you play one of each, and I am playing one more Herald and Black Rose just because I'm playing the tuner. I'm playing Grand Pulse for the take to board play. You can if you have a Breakstar, you play that. I don't have a Breakstar on me, so I am playing this. It helps you fight your opponent's back row before you commit to a ritual summon. So just the one rank 3. That's all. I thought about playing Levier, the Sea Dragon, to bring back these guys when they're banished with their effects, but that was too gimmicky, and I took it out. I'm playing one Abyss Dweller, just because Abyss Dweller still stuns a lot of the decks, and everything in the deck is water, so Abyss Dweller will have its boost, and you will give all your Nekroz ritual monsters a boost, actually. All of these guys plus 500 attacks actually very relevant, and I'm sure you know that, so Abyss Dweller is very good. I used to play 2, but I decided to cut to 1 now just because I added so many other cards. I'm playing one Diamond Direwolf because at times you need to clear your field by popping a back row and then searching your mirrors for you to do more plays. So just one Direwolf, just spot removal, answer to a problem. Another card that I'm only playing one of, it's Emerald, just because I've never really needed it. If I summon the second Emerald, I'm already winning hard. So the second Emerald is actually not needed. Back in the day, having 2 Emeralds was actually pretty crucial, just because everyone was trying to floodgate you, and the mirror magic, it was so grindy that you needed the second one. Now, just one is fine. One Castell, the Sky Blaster, Musketeer. It helps you out problems. It deals with floodgates. Everything is just out of the field. Just one card. Why would you play? Best rank 4 probably. We play one Utopia and then Lightning for the play. It outs anything. Anything that's in front of you that's a problem, Lightning will out it for you. Lord and Savior. Old Praise Lightning. Best card. Probably getting banned, but we don't know. Instant Fusion target, just one. You have Emerald to recycle it. And if your Instant Fusion is dead, I guess we have Totally Awesome, so we can put this back and resolve the other one, Emerald, and then proceed to loop. And for the last 2 cards, one Bahamut Shark and one Tree Toad. Like I said, I don't have it on me right now. My friend has them, but just imagine they're here, a Bahamut Shark and Tree Toad. I feel that it's the best way to play the deck right now. Abuse the Toad is the name of the game right now. Most decks that can make a Toad and abuse it are probably going to be successful. I'm not a big fan of Palisodic decks, so that's why I'm not playing that. So I will play one of my favorite decks that abuses one of the best cards that we have right now. So like I said, this is my take on Nekroz. I know it was a longer deck profile than usual, but I had to explain some of the cards, some of the choices to everybody, because not everybody knows what the deck does and how it plays. But if you have not played Nekroz, I would highly recommend giving the deck a chance. It's a very good deck. It helps you become a better player in so many levels. You don't understand. it gives you so many options. The decision tree, like it gives you, it's like immense. You can do so much if you can utilize your resources, like I stated earlier. Again, thank you for watching. Um, I'm sorry for I haven't uploaded any videos in over a month actually, but now that it's a new year, I have a few plans for the channel. My friend and I are gonna set up a stream at his house, and we're gonna start like streaming and playing for you guys. As well, I have 3 other decks that I have on me. Let me know which ones you want to see. I have Magician, Onyx Magicians, DD's Post Structure deck, and I have Subterrors. So let me know what you want to see, and I guess I'm out. Thank you for watching, and peace.